money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women. Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jack? Damn right they were. They were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there. Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs. Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Well, hey, field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people. Simple. Gonna make my... Once I get my cash from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out. See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too... But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole. Hey, yeah.
You're a weird dude.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die.
I heard you killed Driver in a fight. My team would have liked to get a shot at. We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though.
Sterling's who I'm looking
Sterling
for.
was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the... He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but... Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every... It's inappropriate for anyone at First Recon to behave that way. I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to... We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get... What can I do for you?
I killed Cook. Somebody around here's got to give me a job for that, right?
Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expected. Around about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. No trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple. That light is mighty consistent. Always there. I called her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different. So long as I... Used to be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. That was back in '73, if I recall. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal now. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself... They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down in bed. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple of rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled... Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. Oh.
Got a second to talk, boss?
Aha!
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have... You think he did? You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refuge. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the road. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribe. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you. You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me. But my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there. Until Rafaela. She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her... Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from them. I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by, and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself.
Ten of
We won't
spades.
go quite.
Hey, my man. Ten of spades. First recon sharpshooter. At your service. The LT... It was my fault. See, I was... Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have... That shit was my fault. She's my... Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was too... She trusts her life to the newbie, and I... Oh yeah, fine, just... The LT, Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be ace of spades, but the LT says, sorry kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay though. I get a few more kills under my... I keep at it. Eventually I'll make it to ace. Shit. As long as I can remember, had a rifle in my hand since learned to shoot on our ramp, way west of here. Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, kicking ass. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way.
Quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Alright. Information has been given. People has been spoken to. There's a comm tower I need to visit around 1 a.m. And there's not much else I need to be doing around here. I suppose I could rob these guys, but why bother? Where's that comm tower at? That's the strip. I don't know where the comm tower is. I don't see one. That's annoying. I suppose that could be it, huh? I don't know how to get to it. Yeah, I think it was actually inside the fort, so coming outside was a bad idea. Still, no real worries, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to take a look at the manual, have a looky. Nope, you can't get in from the outside. And have a looky at, no you can't, random quests, see if I can't find out what the hell I'm supposed to do with Cook's head. I've had that damn thing since the beginning of the game. I'm tired of carrying it around, man.
Threat.
If they kill them before I get my gun out, I'll be so mad.
Detected.
Where's the one I'd already practically killed?
Threat neutralized.
Glad that's over.
You're welcome. Oh, the last person I'm looking for, actually, because we already started with Valeri, is screwed up, so it's the only way to get him.
Threat detected.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around. If that's so, how about you look into repairing the... Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk. You can't miss the array. It's on top. Are you talking about that damn bright light we've seen blast? If they've got the parts, bring them on. No. No, those... Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know how... We... Bye.
That's it? That's all you have to say?
What is it, outsider?
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss? That loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but if you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone. Yeah, that's what Old history. I left everything when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my... As far as the world knows, I was Miguel. And I was okay with that. I headed north for a while, and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City, anyway. Well, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands. I lived there for a long time. Kept to myself. Didn't get into any fights. Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want. But it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a